Westley, Academy Manager, Head of Player Development. I think to oversee the development of the players from the foundation phase, going through the youth development phase into obviously then the first team. That's a long process. Really at the sharp end, looking after the under 23 players along with Liam Manning and the rest of the staff. But seeing that final step of a boy coming through the system, through the academy system, and then just fine-tuning, ready for Slaven's team, ready for our first team. So an in-between of training with the first team, coming back with us, and Dominguez Quinner, Josh Cullen and Reece Burke, Martin Samuelson, obviously Reece Oxford, would be that final little bit of work before hopefully they're ready for the first team.
Name's Alex Pike. I've been here about 9 years now and I'm a right back. Come in, do your prep work in the gym, come out to train, and then if you've got any other like legs or upper body gym, you do that either after training or after lunch. And then in the afternoon, sometimes do a bit of analysis, be it individual or team analysis. And that's your general day.
My name's Tunji Akinola. I've been at the academy since I was under 8, and I play at centre back or right back. We've always had high quality training and good coaching as well. Like right now, it's good because we're training every day. We have high intensity sessions, and I'm playing with the under 21s a bit more now, so it's a good test. I'm training every day, so it helps me improve. First team have been used Chadwell League for a few years now, and they just moved to Rush Green now, so we've taken over here. And there's good pitches here, which can only help our technique, and we've got a gym and analysis rooms for everything. It's got everything we need.
Jamie Benson, head of the Academy Technical and Recruitment Analysis. So we have a big department now there's 9 of us, from the under 9s up to the under 23s, the technical analysis that we provide to the players and the support to the staff. From a match perspective, we have a technical analyst working with someone from the under 9s all the way up to under 23s in terms of pre-match and post-match, whether it be pre-match looking at opposition, focusing on our own performances previously, to post-match, which will focus on the previous game. So that analyst, whatever team they're working with, is responsible for providing video, stats, all for the individual player and for the team itself. When I first started working with the academy, we only had 2 analysts working full-time with the academy, so it would be 1 day a week. It would be very disc-based. There'd be like maybe 1 or 2 post-match sessions a week. So I think as the academy's developed, and obviously spearheaded by the academy management team, we've really developed and really focused on analysis being a key part of what we do here at West Ham.
Our analyst department, which is just linked to our recruitment department, is one, what type of player we're looking for. Again, what are those characteristics like of that player? And then once each player has got his own individual plan and he knows what he's looking for, he can then start clipping his work through Coach Logic. He can sit on his own and go on and do that work, so he becomes an independent decision maker. He can then come to his mentor, and just seen young Vashon walk past us there at the end of training. He's one of the players I look after. And yesterday we had 29 minutes of work that he had clipped against Norwich's under 23s, and me and him would sit down and go through that type of work of what we think is missing and what is required to get in and around the first team and look like Aaron Cresswell. You know, that combined on and off the field is very important to us.
I'll watch back games on there, and if there's specific things that I'm trying to work on, I'll clip out those specific things so I can then sit down with coach afterwards, just to watch it back in general, or if I'm looking at that team analysis, things that we need to work on as a team. I use the filters and massively, and to be honest, I clip out all parts and then look at the specific ones that I want to.
I really like it because now they film training and games. So say for today's training session, tomorrow I'll look back at it and I'll clip out anything the coach has told me I did well or I didn't do well in the session, and if he asks me to show it back to him, then I'll do that. But I mainly like watching my games back. I usually watch a game back once or twice fully, and one time I'll just watch it and then the other time I'll clip it out different areas of my game that I did well and didn't, so I can improve come match day next time.
You're looking back at your decisions, and which is pretty much what determines how good you are, and you evaluate if they were good, bad, what you would change, and it's just good because you can watch it over and over if you want to, and you can watch it live, so I would say it helps quite a lot actually.
The amount of footage that we're now collecting and covering from under 9s training to matches all the way up to under 23s, as well as with the senior and the first team players, so to have a central hub, as it were, to store all that footage and for players to easily access and be able to review and reflect on themselves in training and matches is massive for us to really be able to have a central hub for that, and the freedom that they've got to kind of code their own instances, tag their own instances, and then sit with us, sit with the coaches to reflect and review on their performances.
It's been a very personal relationship. I think from the start, I think communication and support's been key, and it's key in anything. And I think that's what's been it's been most successful with this. We've built this tool together, and it now provides a platform that allows us to perform at our peak. I think we set the bar kind of elite with everything we do. And when we started the relationship with Coach Logic, I think our expectations were pretty high. But to be fair, everything's been executed. And I think we are, as I say, now in a place where it is fully integrated into the academy.
We're in daily contact, and if there's any problems or any sticking points that come up in the season, then all the guys at Coach Logic were there to help with it straight away, whether that be over email, Skype calls, and obviously you guys are down here today.
It reaches as well. It's not just in terms of a self-reflective tool for the players, for them to use. It's also then used for our coach education, our staff education. We have players who travel and play all ends of the country, all ends of the world, even in Europe, and all of their games will be filmed. So a coach anywhere or member of performance staff and the parents can watch that game.
We constantly talk about here, how can we speed up the development programme? How can we speed up a Reece Oxford to get in the team, a Reece Burke to get in the team, a Josh Cullen, a Martin Samuelson, young Vashon. And that some of that work is the player taking control of his learning. And that is what Coach Logic can help us do. That can take control of the learning, and then the player then has to have the insight to come and find the coach and staff. So it's a combination of both. The player understanding what he needs, the coach working with him, but the player taking ownership of that learning.